Evening folks, hope you're all well. Just doing this quick live video to go through assignment number 3. I'm going to post the assignment in the description and the comments on this video. I'll just talk through it first and I'll put everything at the end. So just give me 1 minute. Mark, you okay, pal? So I'm just going to post the assignment overview in the comments. Any questions you've got, please ask as we go along. If I miss them out, I'll do my best to answer them after the video or later on tonight. So I hope you're all doing well. We're heading into week 2. Just want to say thanks for everything you've done so far, like in terms of applying everything that I've asked you to do. Tracking your steps, tracking your hydration, which I'll come on to later, getting your protein intake in and things like that. So, group's been really interactive, I've been really pleased with it, and I hope you're all enjoying the workouts. And just to remind you, if you've got any questions at all, just ask them in the group. So assignment number 3, this is about increasing our fibre intake. Now, as I've put in the description, it's like 90% of the time, guys who really struggle to lose body fat or improve their health or increase their energy, or they struggle with cravings all the time in between meals, they feel like they have to snack all the time in between meals. 90% of the time, they're not getting nowhere near enough fibre. Now, when I talk about fibre, a lot of people immediately think things like whole grain bread, beans, lentils and things like that. Now, with this fibre challenge, we're just focusing on things that are from fruits and vegetables. It's very similar to the protein challenge. It ties in very nicely with it. So, when we're thinking of fibre, as I mentioned before, it's vegetables or fruits. And simply what we're doing is we're looking to have 1 to 2 palm-sized portions of fruits or veggies, or mix it up with each meal with your protein. So it ties in really well with the protein challenge. Now, when you start to do this at first, you're going to feel like you're eating a lot of food, particularly the protein there, particularly the fibre sources there. And that's what it's designed to do. It's designed, when we increase our fibre intake, we feel fuller for longer, we experience less cravings, and naturally when you increase the amount of fibre that you're eating, you will naturally increase the amount of vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, etc. So you really are kickstarting your health when you bump up your fibre. Now, I know from a lot of the food pictures that you guys have posted that a lot of you are getting a decent amount of fibre, so if that's the case, please do so. But a lot of the time, people struggle to get enough fibre at breakfast. So rather than having I'm going to give you an example here, rather than just having a couple of eggs on a couple of slices of toast, what I would do, I would bump the protein up. I would have 4 eggs or 5 eggs, and then to increase my fibre intake, I would put in things like peppers, onions, spinach, or whatever, tomatoes, mushrooms, whatever kind of vegetable source you like, you stick with that. The aim is just to get 1 to 2 portions, palm-sized portions with every single meal. So that's what it might look like. If you're into Greek yogurt, you might do chopped apples and berries, okay? This all comes down to personal taste. With lunch, then you want to be looking for vegetables with your protein or salad. And then you can stick whatever else you like with that, whether it be bread, rice, whatever. What you're prioritising now is protein and fibre intake. So you're going to be eating a lot of fruits, you're going to be eating a lot of vegetables, and you're going to do that with every single meal. So you're having 3 meals a day, 3 big portions, 1 to 2 palm-sized portions of fruit or vegetables. Obviously things with savoury meals, you're going to be probably opting for more vegetables, and things like yogurt and stuff, you'll probably put things like fruits with them. So that's the challenge starting from tomorrow. I appreciate a lot of you guys might not have done a food shop, so you might not have this amount of vegetables or fibre sources in. That's fine, just start when you get your next food shop. A couple of things I wanted to go over. Daniel Watts asked a question about, Danny, there is fibre in salads. Yeah, any vegetable, any fruit there is fibre in salads, so you're doing well from what I see, pal. Daniel Watts asked the question about what are good snacks in between meals. What you're going to find, once you increase, if you keep your protein intake high and your fibre intake high, the snacking in between won't come up as much, you won't desire it as much. I appreciate now because you're doing a little bit more exercise and you're training almost, you're doing 4 sessions a week, you are going to increase that calorie expenditure, so you are going to be slightly more hungry. But if you keep on with your protein, you keep up with your fibre, then you're going to experience less cravings in between meals. But that being said, in between meals, I like things like, I'll cook up some chicken in Cajun, I can snack on chicken. I would go for things like Greek yogurt and berries, that's high protein content in between meals. Anything that's high protein content in between meals is going to fill you up rather than just going for carb sources. Things like sandwiches and things like that. Not that there's anything wrong with bread, but the higher we keep the protein, the higher we keep the fibre, the less cravings and the less need for snacking we're going to get in between meals. Mark's asked the question, are there any fruits and veg we would try to avoid or limit? No, not at the moment. No, there's a lot of myths that go around about fruits and vegetables that you can overeat. You can, but this isn't the goal here. We're just trying to get more goodness into your diet. And once you prioritise protein, once you prioritise fibre, it becomes quite difficult to overeat on calories. You have to really give it a good effort to overeat on that. So I wouldn't avoid any fruits or veggies at the moment. Just try and be varied with it. It all depends on your taste, what you're into, what you like. I like a lot of different vegetables, so I just put as much colour on my plate as possible, try and make it as interesting as possible. With veggies, I'll roast a big tray of veggies and I'll put Cajun on them, or cumin, or barbecue, or garlic, or chili. I think when most people think of salad and vegetables, they automatically think it's boring, like a lettuce, cucumber and tomato salad. That just wouldn't really appeal to me. But if you put things like beetroot on, peppers, spinach, balsamic vinegar and things like that, you can start to make this fibre challenge quite interesting. And that's why I'm going to keep posting my meals, what I have every day, because I used to hate eating things like salad because it was just boring. So to answer your question, Mark, no, I wouldn't avoid any fruits or veggies at the moment. This is just a challenge to get, the fibre challenge, just to get 1 to 2 palm-sized portions of fibre with each meal, and the same with your protein, and then whatever you want around that, that is absolutely fine. One other thing I wanted to cover now, because I've been asking you to track your water intake, and I think Mark asked the question, what is the ideal amount of water we should be aiming for? So, quick overview about water. If you are not drinking enough water on a daily basis, you are really going to struggle to drop body fat. Okay, our bodies are over 80% water from a cellular level. If you're not taking enough fluids, you're going to experience more cravings. Your body's going to struggle to burn as many calories when you're exercising, when you're in a dehydrated state. Your body's going to be under stress, you're going to sleep worse. So hydration is super important, but I didn't want to come in right off the bat and say 4 litres of water, 3 litres of water, because it's all relevant to your body weight. So a quick tip for water is 1 litre of water per 25 kilos of body weight. So if you're 75 kilos, that's 3 litres. You can work the rest out from there. I wouldn't see any need to go beyond sort of 3.5 litres, no matter what your body weight is. And if you drink coffee and tea, that does contribute to your hydration. But when I was doing the hydration challenge, I just wanted you to just focus on water, because I knew a lot of you guys probably weren't drinking enough water. So that's the answer. That's the answer to water. It's 1 litre per 25 kilos of body weight, and you can work it out from there. You will be going to the toilet quite regularly, particularly if you're not used to drinking water, but a really good way around that, of minimising the toilet trips, is to make sure that you're putting salt on your foods. Salt gets a really bad rap, but it's a really important thing to be having on your foods, particularly if you're exercising regularly. High salt intake has been linked with high blood pressure, but that's not really valid, because it tends to fall on people with high blood pressure tend not to exercise, and that's the reason that you're getting a build-up of salt in the blood. But if you're exercising regularly, which you guys now are, salt your foods and you'll be experiencing less toilet trips. So that's the water intake we want to be going for. I'm going to cover steps tomorrow because I know you'll be probably interested in see how many steps you should be hitting per day, but it's all relevant to where you're currently at. But before I do the video on steps, I'm going to say now, if you're hitting 3,000-4,000 steps a day and you want to drop body fat, it's going to be so hard. And then if you're not drinking water on top of that, it's like an uphill battle. Your diet has to be really bang on. Your sleep, your training has to be really consistent. If you're not getting above 3,000-4,000 steps, then losing body fat is an absolute nightmare, particularly when you pair it with dehydration as well. But I'll go into more depth on that on the video tomorrow, covering steps, because I don't want to overwhelm you. So that's the next challenge, the Fibre challenge. So I'm expecting quite a lot of pictures of lots of different veg, lots of different salad, maybe trying different fruits in your yogurt and things like that. And that's what we're going to focus on for the next few days. Again, just wanted to say what I mentioned before. Thank you for everything you've done in the group so far. It's been really interactive. Any questions you've got, always post in the group, tag me in. I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. So looking forward to week 2, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.